Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start the weekly reads. I'm just going to try a new schedule. Start over today with Capricorn. I know y'all sick of me starting over, but let's just get right to it. I'm hearing new love, except for some of you that are at this stage in your life, it could be a new love that you're actually finding, but I feel like this new love that you're finding is within yourself, okay? And with that new love, you finally gain the courage to cut off people that need to be cut off in order for you to move your life into a more calmer, peaceful place. You found love within yourself that gave you courage to say what you desire and what you don't desire. It gave you the love and the courage, the love of yourself in order to cut out just what doesn't work. Maybe things you've been doing, maybe things people have done, maybe things you have accepted, maybe things that you've tried to work on over and over, or maybe things you've tried to fix that are just possibly already broken. I feel like enough is enough for you at this time. But let's just get sick. Capricorn. So just a Capricorn. Okay, well, here's the messages for Capricorn. So far we have the Prince of Swords, the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords, the Chariot with, the Ten of Swords, the Hermit, I keep hearing newfound love, and that's for yourself though. It could be somebody new as well. Like I said first, with this newfound love that I'm speaking of, it's for yourself. Three of Wands on the bottom. Okay, so I feel like with this newfound love for yourself, it gives you perspective with the Prince of Wands, a direction in order to take to navigate through um, either gaining knowledge or a higher level of commitment, some marriage or some relationship, or denied spiritual knowledge that you're trying to gain. It gives you a new perspective. It gives you a new vision. With this new vision, you see, or you are able to gain the confidence and the courage and the vision you need in order to cut off what needs to go with the Queen of Swords. Um, mm. This is going to be for just a couple people, okay? Some of you are not happy in the commitment that you've been in for a long time with this Hierophant here. You want out, you just have not found a voice or a way to get your way out of there. Okay? Here's this Queen of Swords. She is your voice. She is your way out. She speaks her truth. She tells what it is. Her truth, for some of you, is these two women in the bag. And that's the reason this Hierophant don't work for you no more. Because what works for you and what works for your heart and your desires are no longer what it was when you got in this marriage, whenever you got in it. Okay? So, this Queen of Swords is your key to moving forward with this Chariot here. Moving forward and putting an end, a stop to what you really don't want, or what you really not, what it really is not aligned with you at your with what makes you happy at this time. Okay, we got the Ten of Wands and the Hermit. I mean, the Ten of Swords and the Hermit back to back. The Hermit is solitude, withdrawing, taking some time with yourself, going within. Okay, and I feel like you might be doing that a lot, or you may have been doing it a lot, which is what possessed you to find the love and the confidence and the voice you needed altogether in order to get yourself in the situation. And we have the King of Swords here. That's a pair. Okay, so but this is something legal, something maybe court systems. Maybe this is where somebody gets a divorce, okay, or somebody knows what's fair. Somebody knows what's honest, and they act upon it. Okay, and that's what the King of Swords do. But sometimes he's also cold. Okay, then we have the Princess of Swords, which is also a perception here. Some communication happening. This could be where you communicate what you want to say, but I feel like whatever is happening here, the Queen of Swords is your power. Okay, for some of you, we have a situation where you have a perception in this commitment or this knowledge or whatever, and then you also have a perception in justice or what's fair and what's true. So it's like for some of you, you're stuck in between the middle. Stuck in the middle with you. Anyway, you're stuck. You don't know whether to move on and end it, or just you just really don't know whether to stay here or go with King of Swords, Queen of Swords, and try to figure it out. Okay, well really, because of that's possibly what you're supposed to do, what's the right thing to do, King of Swords. But what really makes you happy is not this. Okay, so sometimes it's not about the right thing to do, or what other people think the right thing to do. So what's the right thing for you? What makes you happy? What is your heart's desires? And sometimes it's not about anybody else but you, and you just got to keep that in mind. Why is this Princess of Swords here? Prince of Swords. Men ain't allowed. No, I'm not trying to make any kind of homosexual jokes or anything. That's just what I just heard in my head. Men ain't allowed for some of you. That's why I said princess instead of prince. So I just feel like at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy. I've been there before, and believe me, I ain't let nobody tell me, oh, you can't do that, because I don't care what you thinking. I'm doing what I want to do. Curiosity kills the cat. That's what they say, right? Prince of Swords. This came in my head too. People are so quick to say what a sin is, but not that, it's a good thing, but people sin every day, okay? whether they're doing one thing or another. But the saying is, no sin is greater than the others. And nobody can judge us but God. I like to leave that up in the air. Because if it's up there, then it's stuck there. And that's just what it is. That's the swords. There she is. Queen of Swords again. She is your friend right now. The energy that you are in, embodied in, is this Queen of Swords. She might be a little tough, but she does what needs to be done. Okay? She separates her mind from her heart in order to make a decision. Okay? And consider it ain't no happiness in the situation with the sun reversed. It really ain't much for the heart to say. So if logic, takes over, it trumps it. This is a person changing their mind. So maybe you did decide, hey, I'm going to work on this. We're going to try to figure it out. But it's just no happiness in the situation. So it's really just time to find a new perspective. Find a new way to go. Find a new way to be. Find a new way to see. Okay? So why is the Hierophant here for Capricorn? Why is this Mercury retrograde is here, y'all. So, and the full moon in Pisces. And I am a Pisces, so I'm sure I'm affected by it some kind of way, but I'm not really into all that astrology kind of stuff. I mean, I am into it, but I can't sit here and quote nothing for you. Hierophant. How's the Hierophant here? The Hierophant. So we got this Hierophant here for Capricorn. Hierophant. Six of Pentacles on the bottom. And there we go. We got the Emperor popping out with the Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Okay? Back to that newfound love of yourself. There it is. Okay? There it is. The love of yourself that helps you sail away to calmer waters. That helps you take charge of your life and do what it is that you really want to do. And it looks like somebody could be sailing away from a marriage or gaining a higher level knowledge in order to bring their life into, to take charge of their life and bring it into calmer waters. To cut off what doesn't serve them here with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, why is she here? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. I want to say here for Capricorn. I hope my sound is still in. Because sometimes it be triggering when a call comes through. Maybe I should pause it and then start it. Hold on. Hopefully, I just pray, God, please let this whole video got sound to it. Okay. Knight of Swords. This could also be something that have happened all of a sudden. Right after you come out of this place where you've been trapped in your mind for so long. You've been invested, or maybe you could, the King of Swords, I mean, the King of Pentacles is a husband, so it's a wife somewhere close behind. So, maybe you've been invested or committed, and because of that, you've been in your mind, okay? But this haven't made you happy. You've been out in the cold, and you've been waiting around for something. But one day out of the blue, all of a sudden, this happens. What happens? You gain this energy of the Queen of Swords. Okay? Page of Cups. This newfound love for yourself. Very hard. Conflicting. Okay? Went back and forth with yourself. Should I do this? Should I do that? But it was hard. You overcame it. It was so hard. But it was not easy at all. But you overcame it with this world. You put it into this cycle. So the cycle where you are so busy pleasing other people that you forget to think about your own happiness. That cycle's coming to a close here with the World card, because you're going to be cutting that out so you can move forward, putting it in the situation so you can think about what matters to you. Go into solitude and see what you think. Get in tune with your star player. Why is this Chariot here for Capricorn? Yeah, you're walking away. Eight of Cups flew right out. You're walking away from something or somebody. Because it's just time. We still on the same reading. But then again, I just did a reading for y'all not long ago. Not probably even a week ago. But I'm trying to get on the... I'm just starting over because I'm trying to make something work for my channel. Chariot. Let me get one more on this Chariot. For Capricorn. Oh, there it is. It's flipped. Page of Pentacles on the bottom, okay? And there's that Queen of Pentacles. Must be you, huh? A committed woman? Maybe not committed. Maybe at one point you were committed. Or a committed man. Could have been in a marriage. That's what I feel like. This is energy of people, somebody that was married or somebody that was in a situation, committed to it, invested in it. But it just does not make them happy. Maybe at one point in time it did, but they don't, and it's time to move on. So, this person sees the potential of something stable, the potential. So that's you moving forward. You see the potential somewhere. You're moving forward to some potential, and you're leaving behind something. Eight of Cups, walking away from a connection that was a soulmate. Possibly it could be a soulmate, but just because you're soulmates don't mean that it's gonna work. You see, so because the connection is so deep, it's probably why you struggle so hard to get out of it. But Seven of Wands is you coming up with a strategy, a plan, an exit strategy, how to do this. Laying down your, lining your ducks up and put them in a row in order so you can go through there and goose them. I don't know. Duck, goose. That's what I came up with. Just roll with it, okay? Why is this Ten of Swords here? Ten of Swords. Because you got a decision to make. That look like you already made it with the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Why is that here for Capricorn? There's a Ten of Swords here. One more on this Ten of Swords. One more on the Ten of Swords. Ace of Wands on the bottom. Passion and new beginning. But it wasn't easy to get here. There was a lot of conflicts and that you had to overcome, and a lot of strength in order to make this decision. Okay? But ultimately you want to find the balance. The balance for all. Probably not all, but basically for you, the balance for you is important. So in order to find a balance in your life, something had to go. And you made a decision with the Two of Wands that something had to go. And you didn't just make a decision, you thought about it. You worked on it. You tried and you went back and you assessed it and you reassessed it and you overthought it. And you even probably tried to work on it several times. And it's just what it is. It's over now. Ten of Swords. And you're just gonna let it be what it is. Why is the Hermit here? Hermit. Could be dealing with a Virgo. Queen of Wands on the bottom. That's where you get your strength. She got strength. She got confidence. She does what she has to do. King of Cups. He withdraws emotion. Now, I'm not saying that you don't love. Remember earlier I said there is no love in the situation. So the head trumps. Well, I'm not saying that you don't love this person, because of course, you know, it's a soulmate. You always love them, but you're withdrawing. You're withholding yourself emotionally, and you having the confidence to do so, and you're going to communicate it. Could be a Virgo, for real, because you're going to communicate it with either a hermit, or you're going to communicate and then you're going to go into hermit mode. Or this hermit that you communicated to is going to be very disappointed and feel stabbed in the back. Okay? And if it's not a hermit, this is you going in solitude, and it does disappoint you because possibly you've been dealing with this person you committed to and married them, for God's sake. It's something. Disappointment because it's over. But you're single and you're headed to something happy. On the bright side, you did the right thing. You're doing the right thing for you. If that's what we're gonna talk about matters, and you were supposed to matter. Okay? So we got the hermit. The chariot is out here again. Something's after this. You're leaving. Ten of Swords. The hermit left something out in the cold. You leaving something out in the cold. Could be a Virgo. Don't gotta be. But whatever, you leaving something out in the cold to go figure out what you need inside of you for yourself. But you just know this ain't it. So you're moving forward and leaving it out in the cold. Okay? To have a new beginning with you. Could be with somebody else too. But you're having it with you. Because ultimately, the love of yourself is what got you here. Is what gave you the energy, gave you the strength, gave you the courage to get your ass up and say, hey, I love you, but my life ain't about making other people happy. My life ain't about pleasing people and doing what you want and caring about what you think. My life is about me. And I got to go out here and make myself happy. I got to go out here and I'm the empress, because I'm the empress. And, or you, I guess you the empress. Because boom, she here too. And that came out. You're the empress or the emperor. Emperor and empress are both here. Okay? So, something big is here. Something big. Okay? Why is this King of Swords here? King of Swords. I can get this card up. King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here? Lovers on the bottom. That's a deep connection, a divine connection. Could be possible here with the Emperor and the Empress here. We could be dealing with a twin flame. Don't gotta be, okay? But the Lovers is here on the bottom. That's a decision, a choice. And I think this time, for once, you're choosing you. No love in the situation. Then we got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse and the Tower. Okay, this person don't want it. They don't want to let you go. Even though it's the right thing to do. You know it's the right thing to do. I don't know if they know it's the right thing to do or not. But somebody knows it's the right thing to do here with the King of Swords. And the King of Swords represents that person. I'm assuming that's the person you're leaving behind. You decided to withdraw emotionally. You decide you want to be single. They don't want that. Reverse. Tower. Shakes them up. Boom. What? You mean? And that's probably where it brings in that ultimate betrayal. But it's time for you to choose you. And put an end to the situation. Because you've been methodical in your thinking process long enough. And it's time. Okay? So what's this Princess of Swords? What's the Princess of Swords here for Capricorn? Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords. All of a sudden. Okay. The Hangman. Okay. I feel like this person has a new perception with the Hangman and the Princess of Swords. The Princess of Swords is the perception you need that to put you unstuck, that pulled you out of your head, that pulled you from this stuck position that you was in your head. The Princess of Swords get you out of that. That's your new path, your new direction, because you gain a new perception here. Okay? And you're setting upon the future. You got plans for yourself. And you shouldn't feel bad about that. I felt the need to tell you that. Because I feel like some of you may be feeling bad about that, because somebody's got to get hurt. And sometimes people just grow apart. Sometimes shit just happens and life just happens. So if this resonated with any of you guys, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Like the video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I would like to have you here as a subscriber. And with that being said, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.